of Town Square Media or station advertisers.
Red 83!
Welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Philly. What's happening, buddy?
Ron Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Get me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
How sweet it is! Welcome into the locker room with Billy Schwein, former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Dave Klemic, and our producer today, Nikki Earnshaw, on a beautiful, beautiful weekend. Not weather-wise, but what a great time to be a Philadelphia sports fan, Dave Klemic. Good morning, buddy.
On the bandwagon with the fans and
right.
Going against Atlanta, who was teasing them. I just had a blast. I get to watch the Chiefs and the Phillies play at the same time too. Really cool.
See, and we just talked about that before we got on the air. I wasn't able to watch the Chiefs game because I was locked into the Phillies game. It's on Prime, Nick, and you gotta if you're it goes from like you got a buffer. It takes forever to switch. You can't click with efficiency.
You need
so I don't have that luxury. So I locked into the Phillies, and I'm glad I did, man. It was so much fun, so satisfying, gratifying, and it was just great seeing. That game had everything, guys. It had, you sit on the edge of your seat, you had white knuckles, you were biting your fingernails, but you had satisfaction, you had a win, and it was just great to be a Phillies fan on Thursday night.
Oh, my goodness. It was awesome. I mean, seeing that game, it was close throughout most of it. And I went out to watch the game, and I think there was one or two TVs that had the Chiefs game on.
So you got to see both.
I saw both, but I didn't care about the other game. I was locked in on the Phillies game.
We know Dave Klemic did because he's a former Kansas City Chiefs. By the way, can we put up on the if you're watching us on the StreamYard, you can go to my webpage, thelockerroombillyschwein.com. Scroll down, you can watch us on YouTube, and we're going to post a picture that Dave Klemic posted on Facebook of how he sleeps before. Is this before the Chiefs game, or is this the
night before?
The night before. This is what he wears.
There he is.
There he is. He's got his Kansas City Chiefs. It's a onesie.
Oh.
It's like would it zip up in the front?
Yeah. So my sister bought me these.
You got to go to my website right
awesome.
now if you want to see this, man.
So we won.
Are you sleeping there? Did your wife sneak up on you and take
she does all the time.
I love it.
She takes pictures.
We're gonna have to have her.
So weird,
Nick. We're gonna have to have her do more of this for us.
She has to.
We have to be our secret agent.
I know, because we're gonna put more pictures up on the
Look
screen
at that.
every week now.
Got to go to our website. You're gonna see former Kansas City Chiefs Dave Klemic. All right, wide receiver Dave Klemic. He's in a Kansas City Chief pajama, but it's a onesie. It's a one piece.
I just wish I wish the best. It would have been better if it had the foot, all the way down. It doesn't have the footsie, but it's close enough.
I cut him out.
Is this?
Do you cut him off? Did you literally cut him off?
Cut him off?
No, it didn't happen.
Dave, is this what you do before every Chiefs game or the night before?
No.
Or
you just happens that one. I was.
And you had no idea your wife's gonna sneak up on you and take that picture.
She does.
This was your fault for showing us. You should have never showed us.
Follow me around the house and just thinks I'm so weird. So
you are weird. I mean,
she doesn't understand
in a good way. I mean that in a good way. A lot of love.
Don't we have obsessions and weird and baseball players the quirkiest. I mean I know football guys, but I met my baseball friends. The pitchers are maybe the hitters were, but the pitchers are really quirky.
Yep.
Yeah, pitchers are like quarterbacks.
Super weird with all with the stuff that they do and the rituals. It's crazy. So this is a ritual that I do. And it's been working.
I love it
for a little while.
I love it.
We got a great show lined up today. Of course, at the bottom of the first hour, 10:30, we're going to go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene, brought to you by the John R. Elliott Hero Campaign for designated drivers. Want to remind you, get down to Ocean City right now. Today is their big fundraiser, the 12th annual Hero Walk and Run is happening right now. If you're in the area, get down to Ocean City, support the Hero Camp, the John R. Elliott Hero Campaign. They're having their walk and run on the Ocean City Boardwalk today, October 15th. So we'll be talking. And then at the second hour, we're going to talk with the sportsbook consigliere, Dave Sharapan. But guys, I got to tell you, how often have we heard it, not just from local media, but from the national media, about how great our fans are? And Thursday night was a microcosm of that whole thing because you ran the full gamut of emotion, right? So you had nail biting time where people got kind of quiet. You had the fans stood for the most part of the whole game, and they were very loud because I had a couple friends. Louis Capella, good buddy of mine, was there. It was loud, but I don't think the Braves did themselves any justice by getting into it with the Philadelphia fans. Arcia is now a villain who will be vilified in this town forever. And I think Bryce Harper put him in a spot with the stare down on Wednesday. That was Wednesday night's game.
And that meme was everywhere. That was an everywhere meme.
That was like, that was on every social media post. I mean, how cool did Bryce Harper look? He put
awesome.
And then Arcia to insult to injury Thursday night. He's sticking his fingers in his ear and waving his
he's sticking his tongue out.
He's sticking his tongue out. What's he trying to do?
Baby.
You're in Philadelphia.
You're fanning the flames.
You're fanning the flames, Dave.
Crowd, which is cool because not only does it add energy, but you're also teasing the baseball team who are then once you see that you got it, once they know they can get to you, man, they're going to do their homework. They're going to Google everything. They're going to Wikipedia who your girlfriend is or whatever, and they're going to start screaming her name out. Your mom.
No, but you're right, Dave. And the thing is, like even Strider, we played it last week, Nick. We played that soundbite of him, like whether he was being facetious, whether he was. We don't know if he was serious or not. A lot of people think he was kidding. I don't. Whether you don't kid about something like that, it's serious. Our fans take it serious. And did you see all the posters and like the fans were getting on him at the game? You're not doing yourself any favors,
especially after last year when he gave up the Rhys Hoskins home run. That was the start of it. And then to say that this year on a TikTok video interview, whatever, about the fans that you're probably going to play in a few months, like you're probably going to go into Philadelphia and have to pitch in a postseason game. He just added more fuel
to the fire. Now, Dave, you're a professional athlete. You were a professional athlete. Fans can get on you. I don't know if you've ever had that type of wrath because that's not your personality.
My own.
But you even said you were friends with a guy like John Rocker.
So, yeah, I made friends with John Rocker, and that's a guy that would get really caught up with
Philadelphia fans used to get it. Not him how about him and the Mets?
Yeah.
The Mets fans used to give it to him.
And they made a whole show about him called Eastbound and Down.
Right,
John Rocker I met because we were both training at the training facility where Dr. Andrews is in Birmingham, Alabama.
Yeah.
Now he was nursing a shoulder injury. I had a broken leg. We had mutual friends that went to Northeastern together, so we got to be close. And his interaction with the crowd, I was like, "Can't you ever just shut it out?" He's like, "I can't.
No,
I can't."
He's
probably
feeds. He's the guy that feeds off stuff like that.
Yeah, he would always give him the finger and throwing stuff back, and he's getting fined left and right.
Yeah,
but there's no real penalties in football. I mean, baseball for yelling back. What are you going to do? They can only throw you out of the game or whatever, fine you. But football, they can throw 15 yards and do this. And there's a lot more penalties with football. But Rocker was like a kid.
Yeah,
he couldn't shut
but
it
I
out.
bet you, I would imagine that there are players on his team that didn't appreciate that stuff because it put more pressure on them. I just heard when I was on my way in, we were listening to the replay of the Sports Bash with Mike Gill, and I heard Mike Gill talking about the video around where Darren Dalton was saying to the younger players, "Hey, don't give him anything. Don't give him any fodder, bulletin board material. We got one more game." That's leadership, and that's what the Phillies have. They have leadership. I don't think the Braves have that type of leadership. Look at Acuna, right? Is he a leader? No, he's a great baseball player, but I don't think he's a leader.
No.
Right?
I think you're right. And it's crazy because he was the one who was sitting next to Arcia in the dugout
trying to hold him back.
Like, yo, knock it off, dude.
Yeah, but you see, did you see him? They scored that first run. When the Braves got off to that 1-0 lead, there was a picture.
Yep.
The camera turned to to the dugout, and you saw the both of them doing their little dance.
Yeah.
Like one run, you're playing against the Philadelphia Phillies, who are just as high octane, has just as much home run power as you do, and it's only 1-0, and you're going to start doing that?
Yeah, it's crazy to me. For me, it's like seeing that picture of Bryce Harper staring down Arcia. Like, that's going to be put up in kids' bedrooms.
That's going to be on shirts everywhere.
It's going to be everywhere. It's a poster.
I'm going to buy that shirt.
I need that framed and put into my house somewhere, because that picture is worth 1,000 words. Like, you don't give a team like the Phillies bulletin board material like they did, whether you meant to say it in front of the cameras or not with media members. They would just be. I saw so many excuses from Atlanta, whether it was the fans,
by the way,
media, whatever.
Did you hear Snickter's post conference?
Yeah.
He was okay. He gave the Phillies credit. They're good, but it took him a little while to come around to say, oh, that's a good team over there. He had more excuses. Like, he couldn't answer. I can't extrapolate why we didn't play well. You know what I mean? Instead of saying that was a great team, like Bryce Harper, as soon as he was in, that's a great team over there.
Right.
Give them credit. But they didn't do that. It was more like sour grapes.
Yeah. Did you ever hear Brian Regan, the comedian, talk about the other, how he's like, you know what? The other team gave us a whole bunch of credit, and no one's ever been like, oh, great, the other team gave us a bunch of credit. Like, so what? Yeah. He's like, yeah, come on, guys. They're talking about how much credit they're giving us right now. Like, no one really cares. But it is the polite political thing to do in the situation.
No, but when you get beat, like, you're the best team in baseball. You have the most wins in baseball. And the Philadelphia Phillies just have their number. I mean, we've eliminated now two years in a row. We've eliminated the Braves.
It's crazy because it reminds me, it's like kind of the opposite effect with the Sixers, right? The Sixers always get beat by Boston.
Right.
But in baseball,
we own the Braves.
We own the Braves. So it's a little different.
Couldn't happen to a nicer team because, now from now on out, RC he's my villain. And we talk about this. We have talked about this over the course of my show when we talk about sports doesn't have any more villains left. Real villains. Now we got one.
It's great for It's great for media.
Right? Yeah,
it's great for media. You have to have one. Like, in politics, Donald Trump is the
the villain, right?
And it was fun no matter what. And Saturday Night Live got him. And
right.
And it makes media fun. It's all the ratings go down when there's not. So the coach doesn't say, if they do everything politically correct,
right?
What's the fun?
Well,
it's like, I love that.
But you don't want to give the team. You don't want to give your opposing team too much bulletin board material because it does backfire. All right, we got a great show lined up today. We're just getting started. It's a rainy Saturday. We're supposed to get some rain, but you know what? There's a great football on today. Great college football on. How about that game last night? I can't believe it. I fell asleep and Colorado was winning and they lost
29-0 at halftime.
How does Deion Sanders let that one slip through?
I don't know, but they had a receiver that had 3 touchdowns, amazing touchdowns, and one right on Travis Hunter's back, caught it on his back.
Right.
That kid went to Petty School right here.
Is that right?
In Lawrenceville, Jersey. Yeah. So I was psyched to see
They
him.
fell asleep like Dave, how he just put the picture back up on YouTube. They fell asleep.
Gosh.
All right, the first hour of the locker room.
Look at it.
Yeah. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that will help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing, from the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227. Are the what-ifs keeping you up at night? Life is full of surprises, but with Stanton Insurance Group, you'll never be caught off guard. Whether it's protecting your home, automobile, business, Stanton will help you select the right insurance coverage at the right price to give you and your family peace of mind when you need it the most. Visit sigprotection.com to get a free quote. That's sigprotection.com. Now, I want to tell you about Lascal's. You got to go to Lascal's Beach House. The food's phenomenal. It's located in Brigantine. It opened this summer to rave reviews. It's your home away from home for a large selection of homemade Italian-American seafood favorites, plus their famous pizzas. Everything's generously portioned and great for sharing. Eat in or take out at Lascala's 4 to 10 p.m. on Wednesdays, 11:30 to 10 Thursday through Sunday. They're located at 1400 Ocean Avenue in Brigantine. You'll love their cozy leather booths. They got this huge wraparound bar with huge big screen TVs for game day. They got a game day menu. That's LaScalasBeachHouse.com. Let's eat. And, of course, Rob LaScala has done a great job with the place. Get down to LaScalas. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room with Billy Schwein, Dave Klemic, and Nick Earnshaw right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Listen this Saturday to Notre Dame football on 97.3 ESPN.
Greetings, Notre Dame fans. This is Ryan Harris. Join me, Paul Burmeister, and Tony Simeone this Saturday as your Fighting Irish return to Notre Dame Stadium to confront Heisman Trophy winner Caleb Williams and the USC Trojans.
It's Notre Dame football on 97.3 ESPN.
Hartman to the shotgun. 3 pass catchers to his right. Drops back. He looks that way. Look at middle. Plenty of time. Floats it down inside the 5. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
Coverage begins at 7:30.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia Star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600, 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Bring smiles to all when shopping online with Dell Technologies Gift Guide. Whether it's for the artist, the entrepreneur, the student, or the streamer, you'll find the perfect gift for everyone on your list. Dell.com/gift guide makes gifting easy with a carefully curated selection of our best tech. Shop now to explore our innovative PCs like the XPS 13 laptop, powered by the latest Intel Core processors, plus this season's top accessories. Visit Dell.com/gift guide today to get a jump on your holiday gift list. That's Dell.com/gift guide.
Hey guys, are you afraid of taking off your shirt in public? Don't be embarrassed. Just say, I love Lyle back instead. With male breast reduction, many men develop a fullness in their chest as boys that persists and even worsens as they get older. This condition is called gynecomastia, and with simple liposuction, most cases can be effectively treated. Call 856-MAKEOVER today to schedule your time with Dr. Lyle M. Back. That's 856-MAKEOVER. Or visit ILoveLyleBack.com.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Dave Klemic, Nick Earnshaw producing. At the bottom of the hour, we're going to go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene, brought to you by the John R. Elliott Hero Campaign for designated drivers. They're getting ready to start their 12th annual Hero Walk and Run on the Ocean City Boardwalk. Get down there and participate. Where everybody was talking about who's the MVP of this series. You know who I think the MVP is? How about the fans? Yeah. How about the fans? Because look, you look at Schwarber, Bohm, Stott, and Realmuto were collectively 0 for 15 in the game, and they still won 3-1. They beat Strider, who's arguably probably going to win the Cy Young. Would you agree with that, Nick? Or he could be close.
Yeah,
he's in the mix. He's up there
for sure.
All right, and he was pitching pretty well. But our bats, like you have such a powerful lineup. We're gonna play Nick. We're gonna play Nick Castellanos' first home run because he got all of it. I mean, he barreled this ball, and you knew it as soon as it left its bat. I mean, it's unbelievable. All right, as for a player, I know people were saying, you could give it to Turner, you could give it to Castellanos, or even Rob Thompson, the manager, could get it. I think the fans deserve it. I think the fans have really made a difference, and it's been talked about several times. I don't want to beat a dead horse, but Dave, I mean, the national media, it's all over the country. I mean, players probably come in here thinking they're going to cheat, like. They can get distracted, right? You're a former player.
So I said last year, and it was cool because the quote that I did this last year on a football game, we were talking about sports science stuff. It's kind of what I do.
Right.
And we talked about the crowd. And we were talking about football though, but I got quoted by a pastor who was doing a sermon about this exact quote. And I said, crowd creates energy. Energy creates adrenaline. Adrenaline creates explosiveness.
Right.
So when you play more explosively through that, by proxy, the crowd makes you more explosive.
Sure.
You can also make mistakes, but that excitability comes from the energy that the crowd
So
creates.
the player knows, the home player knows that the reward is so great that they want that.
Yeah.
Not that they're trying extra harder, but maybe they're more focused.
And I'll even make this point. Like, even when like Nola goes out there, Wheeler, Ranger, if you notice that first inning, their velocity's up. Their velocity is up on their fastball every single time they go out there when that crowd is jumping. So that tells you how much adrenaline, how much it does matter, and it is a factor in the game for the players. I mean, their velocity on their fastball is going up.
Look, Strider's a professional. He's got, he's a professional pitcher. But when you hear Strider after the comments that he made, you know that you're up against the team and you make a mistake. And Nick Castellanos hit 100-mile-an-hour fastball, hit one of his best pitches.
Put in perspective, if we're sitting here doing this radio show and Billy's got a script and you got to work the computer, and you make a mistake and someone's behind you screaming, Billy,
yeah, right.
You're fat.
Now, that'd be equivalent to me saying something to Josh texting in, or Mike saying, you said this wrong.
Oh, it really bothers you.
You're right.
It does bother you.
Yeah.
So to be that stoic, it's kind of hard when you're trying to use energy and excitement for your advantage.
Well, wasn't it a Seinfeld episode? Didn't Elaine go into like somebody, or Jerry went into somebody's office and started booing them or something when he got heckled? It's kind of like that, right?
Listen, so it's 1-1. We got to go back. It's 1-1. Let's play Trey Turner's home run, because I got to tell you, Trey Turner, since August 4th, he is just a different person. And there was a great article in today's Daily News, I believe, because I always bring the paper in by Silsky, about about how the fans kinder, gentler, which I've talked about. It's funny. It's almost like he took the quote from me, kinder, gentle era of Philly fandom. But it turned his whole season around. Let's play Turner's home run. The fan is getting repaid for its fandom for August 4th. It's turned them around, Dave.
Those bats are fast. Those bats speed up when the crowd gets loud. Those bats are sped up. So, even for me who don't watch that much baseball,
well, you're watching now. I mean,
this
whole area is glued to the tape. Look, everywhere I go, people are wearing red, and the Eagles are 5-0.
I love those blue uniforms, though.
Powder blues look great.
Yeah,
the best.
So cool.
They're the best in baseball.
But this team, the celebration afterwards, I couldn't turn it off.
Nobody parties harder than Garrett Stubbs. Do you see that guy at all the beer?
But Nick,
oh my, that guy's nuts.
Castellanos has got his shirt off.
They're all great.
Royce Harper's got it. Like they're like studs.
That's
and
like
they're all together.
Yeah. Well, they're you can see how the crowd and the team are kind of
Yep.
blending together
Yes.
now. They're just all merged.
I think
in.
this fandom identifies closer to this Phillies team than a lot of other Phillies teams. Certainly not the 80 team. I was around for that. They loved them, but they didn't identify with them. The 93 team was the closest to this team, I believe. 2008, there was guys that, I mean, we love the team, don't get me wrong, but I just don't think it had they didn't identify with the team like the way this fan base identifies with this team.
There's a special connection with this team.
Absolutely.
You could tell, like, everyone kind of like you mentioned, they identify and like they relate to these players like a lot, and they're all bought in. They're all bought into the feeling of Philly and what Philly's about, and I think that's just a great thing.
Just a couple statistics for you. I got here the playoff postseason stats. Anybody can pull them up. But Trey Turner's batting .500. Castellanos 391. Romuto 273. Harper 368. Marsh 357. They're picking the guys up that aren't. Like the other night, like Schwarber, he hasn't really turned it on yet. He's going to. He's going to break it open. That's what you need. When a couple guys aren't producing, someone else has to step up and get their back.
I think in game one, I'm not going to place the Kyle Schwarber first home run bet because I've done it every single game.
Oh, yeah, don't do it.
I'm jinxing them. So I'm not going to place it in game one, and I think it'll turn around.
Can we play Castellanos before we get to Tommy Greene? Can we play Castellanos' second home run, because the second one was better than the first one? Because did you see this? Just you have a daughter, you have 2 kids. I have my daughter Eliza Grace, but to see Liam Castellanos and his father, the relationship that they have, it's worth it to see. I love it. Let's play that. Hear the bell and the bat flip. It was something else, but what got my attention was when he came back, he points to his son, and the look on his son's face, Dave, there was nothing like it.
No,
you're a father, man.
Yeah, I'll get choked up.
You get choked up, and he's his father. His father's here. His father's his hero. He's our hero, but it's his dad that did it. It makes it so special. I'd like to get Liam on my radio show.
By the way, did you see that post-game interview where he was like, so where's the
Where's
question?
the question?
He's like, shouldn't you be happy right now? He's like, yeah, but ask me the question.
Yeah. All right. I just, there's so much to talk about. I mean, we could go on for 5 hours talking about this team, but on the other side, we're going to talk with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene. We'll go on the mound with Tommy Greene. He's going to give us his insight. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 to give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227. Hey, I want to tell you about Captain Chucky's in Sea Isle. Try their famous crab cake, steamed shrimp, selection of soups and appetizers, Marciano's stuffed breads, pierogies from the pierogi kitchen, stocks, pound cake, and more. Just take bake and enjoy. Call 609-905-CRAB visit CaptainChuckySeaIsle.com. Stop by 4111 Lannis Avenue. Say hello to owners John and Kathy McCann. See what they have to offer. Online ordering is now, and local delivery is now available. That's Captain Chucky's in Seattle. It's crab with an attitude. They're open on Fridays and Saturdays, so get down there tonight. Get your food for tonight's football action. All right, when we return, we'll go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Dave Klemic, and Nick Earnshaw right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Catch Phillies playoff baseball on 97.3 ESPN.
Jack swing, did he go? Yes, he did. Ball game.
Can the Phillies make a return trip to the World Series this season? Listen to find out.
It's the National League Championship Series. Phillies Diamondbacks.
Game 1, Monday night. Coverage begins at 7:30. The road to the World Series starts here on 97.3 ESPN. Your home for Phillies playoff baseball and the 2023 World Series.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free Train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call Lenigan again and again. Call Lenigan again and again.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
With fall appliance savings at the Home Depot, we have laundry appliances that just fit. They'll fit your space, fit your needs, and they'll fit your budget too. Like a new LG laundry set that features a mega capacity washer to help you do more laundry in less time, and sensor dry technology to make sure nothing comes out damp or over dried. Final days to get up to $600 off select appliances, plus up to an extra $100 off select laundry sets. The Home Depot. How doers get more done. Pricing valid September 28th through October 18th. Cash Dry Extra. U.S. only. See store online for details.
Hey, it's number 59, Seth joining. Join me on the Bet Parks Sportsbook app, and you're in the zone. Bet Parks is the official casino and sportsbook app of the real Philly fan, and the only app I recommend. Bet more than the score. Bet player performances like total passing and rushing yards. Bet total team touchdowns. Bet who scores a touchdown. And nobody does live in-game betting better than Bet Parks. Bet on the action as it happens. Join me right now and download the Bet Parks Casino and Sportsbook app. New customers make a winning $10 bet and get $125 in bonus sportsbook bets back. Must be a winning bet, and bonus bets must be wagered once. The Bet Parks Sportsbook is the only sports betting app that I recommend. Live betting, parlays, props, teasers, they have it all. Like me, I'm sure that you love to play, you love to win. You bet. Bet Parks.
Must be 21 in NPA, New Jersey, Ohio, Maryland, Dublin, 1-800 Gambler.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northville. Billy Schwein, former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Dave Klemic, producer Nick Earnshaw, who's listened to this song, is phenomenal. It just galvanizes this whole team. You can see they love it. They love each other, and they love playing in front of these fans. And I know our first guest that we talked to throughout the whole baseball season, it's time to go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene, brought to you by the John R. Elliott Hero Campaign for designated drivers, reminding you not to drink and drive and always have a designated driver. They're down there in Ocean City today for the 12th annual Hero Walk and Run on the Ocean City Boardwalk. Right now, go to herocampaign.org to donate today for the Hero Campaign's biggest fundraiser and help them prevent drunk and impaired driving. That's herocampaign.org. Let's go to the Toms River Auto Group Sports Hotline and welcome in former Phillies pitcher, our good buddy, Tommy Greene. Good morning, T.
Good morning, Billy. Good to be on with you, my friend.
Tommy, I got to tell you, man, there's nothing like, and you experienced as a player playing in front of this crowd in Philadelphia. I can't imagine. I wish I was able to, be in your shoe or being on that field just to experience or be in that locker room with the champagne celebration. I'm sure there's nothing like it, right, Tommy?
Well, I tell you what, it's why you work for. I mean, throughout the year is to have those type of chances to do that. And I tell you what, it's a very rewarding time when it pays off when you do it. So they get a chance today to do it more often with every wild card to win and division win and now NLCS possible win. They're doing a lot of partying.
I love it though, Tommy. I love it, Tommy. Let me ask you.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question because there's I think there's like stuff going around on social media of Darren Dalton telling you guys, especially the young players on the team, don't give the other team fuel, don't give them bulletin board material. I think the Braves did themselves a disservice, man. You know, Arcia and Strider with all that bulletin. We discussed this last week with the comments that he made about not playing in front of a crowd. I just think that the Braves didn't help themselves.
Yeah, well, it's the old adage, let a sleeping dog lie. You don't poke him. You know what I mean? So, and that's just sort of what happens. Don't give people fuel, you know. That's just the way we come up. You know, keep your mouth shut, play the game like you know to play it. Go out and do your job, you know, and let your work speak for yourself, you know, and unless you talking about or doing this, you know, or whatever. You know, that's the difference in today's game and our game. You know, it's not to look at me, what I did now, what I'm doing. It's, hey, let my work speak for itself.
And I gotta tell you, Tommy, I think this Philadelphia team is a team full of leaders. I think the Braves lack that. I mean, I know Acuna, he's like, you know, he could be the MVP of the league, but I don't look at him as a leader. But the Philadelphia Phillies, they got a bunch of leaders.
Billy, I have to say I agree with you that what I don't know who the leader is going to take the bull by the horns with Atlanta, who that is there, you know. But to me, they're, you know, with the superstar player like they have, you know, in Acuna, you know, a Darren Dalton type figure, which is hard to, you know, I mean, hard to find those type of guys, you know, but somebody that to help guide that guy, you know. You know, even a Mariano Duncan type figure, people don't realize how much of a winner and a leader he was too. I mean, he played the game the right way. I think that's what Acuna needs as far as the attitude wise, right? You know, for him to duck out of the clubhouse and not talk to reporters after the game, that's a crock of crap.
Yeah,
you know, you stand up and you man up and you do what you need to do and what you're supposed to do.
And even the interview, even the post-game interview with Snicker, am I saying that right, Nick? Snicker?
Yes.
He started talking about, you know, all the questions from the reporters were focused on why didn't they win? He couldn't explain it. Instead of saying, "Hey man, that's a great team over there," I mean, he eventually said it, but he didn't say it right away. And I just think that, I don't know. To me, that's even like a little weasel way out too.
Well, I mean, I didn't really watch that part of it, but I know Snicker. He, believe it or not, he was my manager my first A-ball, you know, my first A-ball year, my first full league in baseball in 1986. I think it was his first managing job with the Braves in minor leagues. And you know, I've known Brian for a long time. I just haven't seen him and been around him that much, but we got a mutual, you know, appreciation for each other.
Sure, I get that.
He was a very good manager. He was a very good manager, and he deserved. I tell you what, he's deserved everything he's got.
Well, but Tommy, listen,
that organization.
Tommy, the players got to come out and play. Let's face it. I mean, you got to produce.
Well, yeah, I mean,
you're talking about a team that tied the record for home runs in a year, and they hit 4 in the whole playoffs.
Well, the bottom line is you come out. That's why. I mean, you can say whatever you want, you know, about you know, the regular season. It's about, okay, you did well in the regular season to get into the playoffs. Now it's a totally different beast. Anybody hot going in there, and you're facing a pitching staff that's gotten hot and a couple guys that's gotten hot there at the end, they can shut you down, you know, and you got a chance of not, you know, get knocked off early. Now with Atlanta not playing for 5 or 6 days or whatever, you know, does it hurt them? I think it does, because you're not in those competitive juices again. You're not in the fire like the Arizonas and everybody there at the end, you know, that are dangerous. You know, you can't take these guys lightly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, we played right up to the end too. So, I mean, but you got to give credit, you know, pitching can stop good hitting, and that's exactly what happened this last series against the Braves. He did it again. Pitching stops it, and timely hitting does it too.
And I got to tell you,
just win that game.
I got to tell you, Tommy. By the way, we're talking with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene. Tommy, we talked about, a lot of people talked about who would be the MVP because there was no MVP of this series. They didn't name one, but who would be the MVP? I got to say, Ranger Suarez. He pitched 2/3 innings.
Cool.
He shut them down.
Yeah. Well, kind of cool. To me, what he did, I think, there's a lot of guys that contributed and did the big things. You look at the pitching, you guys pitch once, and stuff like that. But a guy that had such a noticeable, especially series so far has been Castellanos. So Nick he showed up and look what he done in that last. That last series, to go back to back, games and hit 2 home runs in each game. You don't see that. So to me, he's gotten hot at the right time. And look at the difference between last year and this year. What we talk about all year, I told you he's going to be fine.
Yeah, I know. I was on him,
and he showed up. So but that's the thing. That's the thing. It's the nature of the beast. Sometimes baseball guys kind of throw adversity at you. And you have to adjust and do some things and get a self-check going. And sometimes when you go back to the basics again, you come out swinging and hitting. So that's exactly what happened.
Tommy, I got to ask you about Rob Thompson. He sticks to his guns, his philosophy. He runs by it. He goes by it all of the time. He has such belief in the pitching staff, especially the bullpen. As a player, what does that mean? Like, how does that make you feel as a player to have a manager that believes in you that much that he's going to keep going back to you even if you mess up?
Well, it's a relationship that is built during the course of the season. A lot of it, that keeps when you get, when it comes crunch time down at the end. That your name's going to be called at some point, and you got to be, ready to do that, and the big thing right now is the way Topper's pushing the buttons. Everybody's like next man up down there, not in a set, not that, like the last game, who would have thought Kimball come in when he did, that early in the ball game. There's some guys that Topper's he's matching up early in those games, trying to get it done then, when it's most important. And the guys have bought into that, to be ready and be willing to do that. That shows you the respect and the relationship they have with their manager, which is good to see, because that's something that's built over the course of the year.
We're talking with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene, as we have all summer long throughout the baseball season. On the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene, brought to you by the John R. Elliott Hero Campaign for designated drivers. Tommy, talk real quick, just the most wins during the regular season. Braves had 104. They went 1-3. Orioles had 101 wins. They were 0-3. Dodgers 100 wins, 0-3. Rays 99, 0-2. Brewers had 92 wins, and they were 0-2. I think they were 1 in 13 overall. So you think that layoff really hurt these guys?
Well, it is what it is, and numbers are numbers. But does that mean they're going to change it again? I don't know. So it's about it's just about, I give credit to the guys who come in, ready to fire, and that was the guy. The guys who win, they beat the big boys at the end. So, that's all that's about. That's the way I look at it. Everybody's in the same boat,
Yeah.
The Mound's 60 foot 6 inches away, so and everybody's got to hit and swing and catch it, but some teams didn't make as many mistakes as the other.
Now, Tommy, we talked about this before we brought you up, about how this game Thursday night had everything. And you would home runs and great pitching and great catches. We're going to play this clip. Just the sound of the crowd. You're going to hear the crack of the bat. This is Rojas's catch. You're going to hear the crack of the bat, and then you're going to hear dead silence from 46,000 people until 4 seconds later he makes the catch, and the crowd goes nuts. Let's play that. Tommy, man, you hear like you heard the crowd roar, and then you heard the crack of the bat, and it went dead silence. 46,000 people went dead silent, and then Rojas makes the catch, and that was just, that was phenomenal.
Well, there was no question about it, and the good thing about it, I was there and saw it. So, I witnessed that. So, that was I thought it was going to fall because I got to see it where I was at. I was on the right by the right field foul pole in the suite there. And you see where that ball's hitting left center like that, in the biggest part of one of the biggest parts of the ballpark. And my view is I'm seeing Marsh go, and I'm seeing, and you're catching Rojas going too. And I saw Marsh pull up, so I was like, I thought it got over his, I thought it was more Marsh from my angle. I thought it was more left center, more left fieldish than it was where it was at.
Right.
So it couldn't happen. Where it ended up at couldn't have been better because that brings Rojas into play. And if he gets glove on it, he's usually caught. So it was in the best place possible. So I got to witness that, and that was the key moment of the game.
Yeah.
They had the Braves had their guy up at the bat, and they had a chance. One swing of the bat changes the way things look, and it almost happened, but just a little bit short.
All right, Tommy, let's talk about the Diamondbacks are coming to town on Monday. The configuration of this series is 2-3-2. I don't like that. Do you? Because if you
that's the way it always is. It's
I thought it was
that's
2.
It's always been.
I thought it was 2-2, 1-1, and 1.
No. It's always been best of seven's always been 2-2-3-2.
All right, I don't like that.
That way, if it does have to go to a game 6, or 7, game 6 and 7, it's back in our home. So which the pace you would love to play and do it at is at home.
Right.
If they play good baseball, they could do it on the road.
So give us a scouting report on the Diamondbacks. What do you expect to see? Obviously they have a great pitching staff, but they got a young ball club too.
Well, they got to. Look at the way they play. They're hungry, and they're not laying down. They play aggressive baseball, and they run, and so you can't take them lightly. And they're two top pitchers. They're getting the job done. They're throwing the ball great too. So it comes down early in at least the first couple of games is about it's taking advantage of the mistakes and not making any defensive mistakes, because you look at it, we could have won in a sweep rather less than having to go to a game 4 in our series with the Braves because we made an error.
Yeah.
And it cost us just an earned run. So it's an unearned run, and it changes the dynamics when you start giving away runs. If we play clean baseball defensively, you're giving our pitchers the best chance, to get on that good roll and get some positive things going. And the Diamondbacks are one of those type of teams too. They're young, they're fast, they run, and they've been pitching well. The question is going to be maybe the bullpens is the difference a little bit, maybe, but anybody, it's like I said, you hear me say all year, anybody with a bat in hand can hurt you, and when they're hot, and both of us are hot coming in. So I'm looking for a good series. It comes down to pitching and defense, not making the mistakes. So if we take advantage of the mistakes early, we can hurt them quickly.
Well, Tommy, man, I tell you what, this has been a great year. It's 2 years in a row we've had you on the. I feel like I'm a little superstitious, but I just feel like we've had you all last year. We went to the World Series. We got you this year. I think we're going to straighten it out. I think we're going all the way. And I know you're going to be with us until the very end. I really appreciate it. We'll see you next week.
All right, you got it, Billy.
There he is, former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene. All baseball season long, we went on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene. Brought to you by the John R. Elliott Hero Campaign for designated drivers, reminding you not to drink and drive and always have a designated driver. If you'd like to donate, go to herocampaign.org. Right now they're having their walkathon, their walk and run down on the Ocean City Boardwalk. Of course, Tommy Greene is always on the Toms River Auto Group Sports Hotline. I want to remind people the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City, and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give the Ocean City office a call at 609-399-1227. Hey, just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and sees it fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll wrap up hour number one. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Dave Klemic, Nick Earnshaw, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Philadelphia Flyers hockey later today on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app with Tim Saunders calling all the play-by-play action.
He scored!
It's Flyers Senators later today. Coverage begins at 1 p.m. It's Philadelphia Flyers hockey on the radio home of the Flyers in South Jersey.
Oh, big save by Carter Hart.
97.3 ESPN and listen live on the free mobile app.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/Be Smart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and death.
Includes prior sales.
Everybody knows there's no beating Bennett, and right now we're kicking off our end-of-year sell-down early with our best deals of the year. While most dealers are selling new vehicles at or above MSRP, Bennett's selling new Chevys at GM supplier employee prices. Yes, you pay what our supplier employees pay, not 1 penny more. Save even more with available 0% financing. And during our year-end sale, get our best offers ever on pre-owned vehicles. We'll pay a minimum $10,000 for any trade. Any trade. We don't care if it's got 1 million miles or 1 million dents. You still get a minimum $10,000 towards any pre-owned in stock. Imagine how much more you'll get if it's in good shape. And our non-commissioned sales staff is a delight to work with because they're paid on your satisfaction, not how much you spend. No need to negotiate, no hassles, no haggling. Find new roads at Bennett Chevrolet in Egg Harbor Township and BennettChevy.com.
Now's the time to get your place ready for company with up to 40% off select online bath at the Home Depot because the holidays are coming to town. And so are your friends, your family, and their friends and family. So let the Home Depot help get your bathroom guest ready with the Tabana Vanity and the matte black Oswell faucet from Glacier Bay. For more storage and a new modern look, refresh your space with up to 40% off select online baths. Plus, get free delivery on all online vanities and faucets from the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
I feel bad for the Johnson kids next door. Their parents just use their phone for home internet. So when everyone's online, it could be mad slow. Tom can barely play a full round of Horse Commander 3. Luckily, we get fast and reliable internet from Xfinity, so I can game while everyone's on with basically no interruptions.
Hey, Jess, can I, borrow some eggs?
You want a game here?
Please.
Now through October 17th, get fast Xfinity internet for $50 a month for 2 years with no annual contract, Wi-Fi equipment included, and get a free line of unlimited mobile. Go to Xfinity.com/10G, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless bill and an auto-pay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Actual speeds vary.
Now, more of The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
Of course, tomorrow, by the way, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Tomorrow, we'll be broadcasting live at the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana, the place to be. I'm telling you, the atmosphere is right primed to watch football there. It's so much fun. It's loud. It's like being at the game with all these big screen TVs. You can wager on anything there, on your favorite game. It's just a lot of fun. Come on down and spend some time with us, me, Mike Carlin, Josh Henning, tomorrow at the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana for the locker room with Billy Schwein. We'll have a lot of fun there tomorrow. Of course, the Eagles. We haven't even talked Eagles football, Dave Klemic.
Yeah, you just said 7-0. We haven't talked about that. That's how exciting.
5-0. I mean, but the Phillies are like dominating everything.
Yeah, I mean, they're everybody that was at the all the Eagles players, and we were just saying all the other have been to the Phillies games,
right?
Too, so
I think that's cool. I think it's so cool when you see Joel Embiid and Maxey. You see Jordan Davis and Fletcher Cox. You see even the Flyers. Did you see a couple? Was it the game before?
I think it was a wild card series.
Travis Connect. By the way, the Flyers won game one. Their first game, they beat the Columbus Blue. Hey, they beat
totally forgot.
Travis Connect. He scored 2 goals, man.
Look at that.
And they were in the stands drinking beer. You see,
a couple days before.
Yeah, they had cans of beer in their hand. How about that? Hour number 1 is in the books.
That was fast.
Well, just when you're winning, it's all fast. Right, Dave?
What if we are the new Boston sports? Remember, but they've
Titletown?
all their sports dominated. What if Philly could do that?
That'd be phenomenal.
If we could do that?
We are Titletown now, baby.
We're close.
All right. Next hour 2, we're going to talk with the sportsbook consigliere, Dave Sharapan, live from Las Vegas. We'll see what Dave has to say about the fight and what the odds are for the Phillies to go on and win the World Series. And, of course, there's some great college football today. And we'll talk about our birds, all the Eagles talk coming up next. Right here in the locker room with Billy Schwein, former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Dave Klemic, producer Nick Earnshaw, right here on 97.3 ESPN and the mobile app.
This is the radio home for Philadelphia Eagles football. It's week 6, and the Eagles travel to North Jersey tomorrow to take on the Jets.
Here comes LeBron. They've got him! Jalen Carter.
Pre-game coverage starts at 3 p.m. with Merrill Reese and Mike Quick calling all the action starting at 4:25. This is South Jersey's official home for Philadelphia Eagles football. 97.3 ESPN. Brought to you by
GMS Law. Make the right call with 4 convenient locations to serve you. Boardwalk Honda. Shop our lineup of new pre-owned and certified pre-owned Hondas online at boardwalkhonda.com. The Fan Zone at Sun Valley Pools. Unique fan gear and gifts for every fan of every team. Cape Regional Hospital. Your healthcare partner for a healthier life in Cape May County. Jersey Shore Federal Credit Union. Choose better banking. And South Jersey Gas.
97.3 ESPN FM is your official home in South Jersey for Eagles football.
There's a whole lot of savings going on now at Staples. During Staples Sit-a-thon, you can save up to $150 on select office and desk chairs. And when you buy a chair, you save 25% on desks, storage solutions, and office accessories. Plus, your local Staples now accepts Amazon returns. And when you return an Amazon order at Staples, you receive a coupon for $10 off your next $30 Staples purchase. Now is definitely the time to save at Staples. Chair offer ends 10/28, in-store only. Exclusions apply on Amazon offer.
97.3 ESPN has teamed up with Seize the Deal for incredible weekly offers from some fantastic local restaurants. Here's this week's big deal.
Get a $50 gift card good for use at the 20s Italian Bistro for just $25.
This great deal is on sale now at seizethedeal.com. Hurry, chances are this deal will sell quickly. For more info on this great deal, go to seizethedeal.com.
Seizethedeal.com.
Klein tools are new at Lowe's, pros. Lowe's knows you want top brands and quality products, and Klein Tools delivers. Right now, get the Klein 3-piece ModBox mobile workstation for $319.94 and the Klein 5-piece cushion grip screwdriver set for just $34.97, both exclusively at Lowe's. Shop the largest selection of Klein tools, the highest quality tool brand at Lowe's. Because Lowe's knows tools, Lowe's knows pros.
When you open the BetParks app, you're in the zone. Winning is always a rush, but the money is in the moments. It's the energy of being all in, the passion of a perfect parlay, and the pure joy of a jackpot. It's another opportunity to win big every day of the week. Sign up for BetParks and get a welcome offer today. You play for fun, you love to win. You bet. Bet Parks.
Must be 21 and in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Ohio, or Maryland. Gambling problem? 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, it's number 59, Seth joining Birds Football, best time of the year. Join me right now and open the Bet Parks Sportsbook app, and you're in the zone. Bet Parks is the only casino and sportsbook app that I use and recommend. Winning is always a rush, but the money is in the moment. The confidence in underdogs covering, the tension before the clutch turnover, and the pride of a parlay paying off. It's another chance to win big with all-day action. New customers make your first winning $10 bet and get $125 in sports bonus bets. You play for fun, you love to win, you bet. Bet Parks.
Must be 21 in New Jersey, Ohio, Maryland. Gambling problem? 1-800-GAMBLER.
When you hear this,
They've got him again!
and this,
He scored!
and this,
Oh boy, what a move by Embiid!
you think of us. We are sports. 97.3 ESPN, WENJ, WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City, a town square media station.
Set! Red 83!
Welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Let me off the bench, Coach. And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
All right, we're back broadcasting live in the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northville. Billy Schwein, former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Dave Klemic, Mainland Regional High School alumni. Your boys won last night, right?
Yeah, 7-0. That's who's 7-0.
7-0. That's who's 7-0. And, of course, producer Nick Earnshaw today. Guys, you got your glasses on because our favorite segment is coming up next. Let's go to the Toms River Auto Group Sports Hotline and welcome in from Las Vegas, the sportsbook consigliere, Dave Sharapan. There he is. We're all Phillied up today, Dave. Always good to see you.
Good morning, gentlemen. Great to see you. Nick, Dave, you look great. Billy, as always, holding it down. I'm telling you, at some point, Nikki, you got to get me into that opening. I don't want to hear that opening is every week I get fired up in the locker room. Here I come. I got my bag over my shoulder. I got my sticks. I'm ready to sit down, hash it out, just like we used to do at the locker room.
Right.
And I can't hear me.
I know. You know what?
All these other people. Billy, the Phillies are in the NLCS. I've
Is
been
that unbelievable?
representing you in the Vegas, all over the place. MLB Network, Bostonia versus the book. I got tickets on the Phillies to win a World Series at like 50-1.
Oh,
45-1.
man.
I'm holding all these things, and I'm just like, I can't wait to see the boys on Saturday. I'm trying to get tickets to fly there on Tuesday to come to the game.
Book, I'm going Tuesday.
Book, you should. Why don't see Book?
What?
You got to call
What?
me. I'll hook you
Who's
up with
going
a
to
ticket.
the game? Dave?
I'm going Tuesday.
Nick is.
I'm going Tuesday.
Nicky's going to the game
Yeah, I'm going to be there. You better meet up with me if you fly out.
at the bank.
At the
This
bank.
place looks electric on the TV. Oh,
And we got to play. Can you get that? We have a clip that we got to play for you, Book. It's just there's no broadcast. It's just the sound of Acuna hitting the ball. You hear the crack of the bat, and then you can hear dead silence from 46,000 people.
I can't hear it. I didn't hear nothing.
You will. Did you hear that?
No.
He couldn't hear it. He
It doesn't
couldn't hear
work. That's all right.
All right.
As long as the listeners heard it, I'm sure
Yeah,
they
the
got
lis-
goosebumps.
so- Listeners
Because
heard
I
it.
got goosebumps just thinking about it. I've had goosebumps all along. You know, I saw Stott hit that grand slam. I almost started crying. That was one of those ones. Harper keeps showing up. Castellanos, what in the world is Castellanos doing?
Castellanos is a stud, and you know
can't
what?
Make it up.
No, this team, look, and I just said Schwarber, Bohm, Stott, and Realmuto collectively were 0 for 15. But when you have a guy like Nick Castellanos, Bryce Harper, and Trey Turner, you can have a couple guys that aren't producing, and you're going to have other guys going to step up and play like they played. I mean, it was phenomenal. And you know what? We talked about the crowd, Dave. This fan base is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's so much fun. And you still got Wheeler and you still got Nola. And man, oh man, their starts have been just excellent. The bullpen, I don't know about you guys. Every time Kimbrel comes in, I got to take a deep breath. I got to go for a walk. I got to stand up and stretch. I'm like, oh no, please just get us through the city. He comes in the last game. He's throwing the ball to the backstop. Thank goodness Pilar's got cement feet on third. He doesn't score. We're okay. I mean, listen, I don't know who was supposed to hear it and who wasn't supposed to hear it. But I know this. They got to hear everything about Philly being in the NLCS, Billy. They're the favorite to win the World Series. Right now, they're the favorite to win the World Series in some of the books. It's them and Houston are really close. It's the first time all season, and I think it's rightly so. If the pitching matchups stay aligned, I think the Phillies are at least going to get to the World Series. I don't know how many games it's going to take. Arizona's a formidable opponent. Speaking of which, if things don't happen where I'm there on Tuesday, I'm going to be down in the desert with all the Philly gear. I'm just going to head down to Arizona, games 3 and 4. It's a 2-3-2, which favors the dog. I think the Phillies going to win them both.
I told that to Tommy Greene. I said, is that how it always is in baseball?
Tommy Greene is in the he's in the intro, isn't he? He's in the intro to the
No, he's not in the intro.
I don't think Tommy made
he's
the
not
intro.
in the intro. He's not in the intro.
All right, that's
Dave, I'm getting you first. I'm going to put you first.
But Tommy said that's normal for the NLCS. I said I thought it was 2-2, 1-1, and 1.
They changed it for a little while, but the World Series has always been 2-3-2.
Okay.
So I think they did this in the NL and ALCSs as well. To limit the travel because they're not making enough money and they got to save money and all that other stuff. Who knows why? But I really hope I haven't. Have you guys heard who the starters are yet for the games? They haven't named the starter yet, right?
Well, I think
it'll be
got to be Wheeler Nola, right?
Wheeler
Nola for sure.
And then I think in Game 4 it could be Walker, Christopher Sanchez. You could get that combo.
By the way, do you know? Ready for this, Dave? I don't know if you know this, but does Gallen's mom? I went to school with Stacy Preet. That's Zach Gallen's mom. She went to Collingswood High School. She was in my class. Yeah.
Really?
So I tried to get him on my show earlier in the year, and my one buddy wouldn't give me Stacy's number, and we called it a block.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he blocked me, and
big X.
one of these numbers, right?
Well, listen.
And
Can you imagine?
I put the jinx on him.
Can you imagine that a girl that you went to high school with is getting a call that Schweim is still trying to get my number? I mean, what is her name?
When I was in high school, she would take my call just like that.
That's what well, back in high school, Billy, I mean, everything was working. Now she got to be like, this Schweim guy is still bothering me 40 years later. He's trying to get my number, So I understand her plight, but she should give you the number because it would be great to have Zach.
I want him on the show, but guess what? Now that he's not, he's going to get jinxed that he's not going to pitch well against the fighting Phillies.
Yeah.
So the Phillies. So Dave, what do you make of the Texas Rangers and the Houston Astros series?
It's a hell of a series. It's almost a pick 'em. I mean, Houston has home field, so they're a slight favorite in a lot of books, like -130 to -140, somewhere in that neighborhood. I think it's a complete pick 'em series. I mean, personally, I'd love to see Texas win. I bought some World Series exactas before the playoffs started. The Texas ones have 3 digits in their odds. Wow. So like I have a 375 to 1 ticket on Texas to beat the Phillies. Like that just would be ideal situation for me to have Texas and the Phillies in it, but I also have one on Texas and Arizona. So
I personally like to see the Astros just to get back at them for last year.
Well, see, I was going to ask you that. Do you as the show in the locker room, but like just the general fan base, do you want another shot at Houston?
I do.
100%.
I want another shot at Houston. Absolutely.
Yes. I want Houston.
You guys in Philly do things different. I mean, like as good as you're petty, but in a good way. And like, it's great because out here, you guys are like, I mean, Harper, Stott, there's a Vegas connection. So
Right.
a lot of people that I know in the community, in the softball and baseball community that I'm in, coaching and all this other stuff, we know a lot of the same people. We're all rooting for the Phillies. But in general, people are not happy with Philly. Like, they think it's too much. They don't get
Really?
it. Oh, yeah, Billy. You live in a vacuum.
They definitely don't get it.
Oh, I
Hey,
don't.
Dave,
No,
our
you
fan
don't get
base
it.
is on their feet for the entire game. Between the innings, they're on their feet screaming.
Well, I mean, can you imagine being a guy from like a Yankee fan and watching this and the Mets? You know, they're
Good. I'm
upset.
glad they're watching it.
They're
should be
rooting
home
against
watching.
them. Oh, I can't. I love it. And then you got the Eagles who just keep rolling along every single week. No style points. Oh, they barely cover.
Right.
They this, they that. There's only 2 undefeated teams left in the NFL. They're one of them. And they're playing the Jets this week. We talked about it on my other show, Cash Considerations. We talked about it on Bostonian versus the Book. I can't believe this number. It went all the way up to 7, Billy.
7.
You got Philly Eagles in every teaser you have this week, don't you?
Oh,
Every single
absolutely.
one.
Absolutely.
I knew
So Dave, you're talking. I mean, it's week 6 in the NFL, and we're like the whole first part of the show's been dominated by the Phillies. We haven't even mentioned the Eagles.
Well, you
Is
got
that
to mention
amazing?
it.
I mean, it's good in a way, but we got an Eagles team that says 5-0.
They're undefeated.
They're undefeated,
Yeah, this is what happens though.
and they're winning ugly, Dave. Like you just said, there's no style points. The Phillies are doing it like they're dancing on their own. Their champagne celebration. I can't get enough of that. I mean, I literally tuned in until the Phillies post-game show was over.
There's nothing like the baseball run. The only thing close is the hockey run because it's over so long of a period of time.
Right.
But the intensity of the baseball run, especially the wild card start, where you have to win that crucial 3-game series, and then you get to that edge of your seat every pitch 5-game series, only to then get to the 7-game series to get to the last 7-game series. There's nothing like the baseball run. It should dominate. It dominates with me. I'm immersed in all kind of content, college football, pro football. We got hockey started, NBA's coming, and all I want to talk about is baseball because it's that good. I can't get enough of it, Bill.
We're talking with the sportsbook consigliere, Dave Sharapan. Of course, you can follow him on Twitter at SportsBKConsig. I do. And I got to tell you, Book, there, college football today, you got a couple pretty good games. The number one that, and I always like to ask you about games that I watch.
Oh,
and
of
you
course.
know I'm going to be watching that Notre Dame Southern Cal game tonight.
Well, there's no question about that. That's one of the games you got to have circled, I think, if you're a college football fan. It's a great rivalry. All right. You got USC, who's got Caleb Williams, the odds-on favorite to win the Heisman, and an offense that scores points, but their defense doesn't stop anybody.
No.
It's literally a sieve, I think would be the word I would use. The game's probably going over, but Billy, I like the Irish. I think they're going to be the more physical football team, and I think they're going to score enough to win the football game. So I think the Irish will take the USC kind of out of the running for the Pac, not for the Pac-12, but for the overall national championship talk.
Wow. Hey, I was going to talk about the Colorado game yesterday against
Wow.
Stanford.
Wow, how about that?
So have you ever seen such a point swing to a loss? Because and how weird did that screw up the books, and like how did that affect that score? Like, were you just completely blown away by that?
So that's great because I was up watching it and I'm sitting there watching it with the odds on my phone and watching the screen back and forth. They were as much, Dave, they were as much as 70-1 to come back and win that game when they were down 29-0. Because I kept going, I can't believe the money line is still up. I should just take a shot for $10 to win $700. That Stanford would come back. And I was going to wake you up, Billy, but I know you were sleeping and I know you got the locker room.
Actually,
I told you.
Want to hear something? I told Nick when I walked in here, I said, man, I try, because I was a little tired this morning. I try to stay up. I watched the first half of that and I fell asleep. I just assumed Colorado won the game.
Can you imagine if you had Colorado minus 12 and you thought I went to bed at halftime, they're up 29-0, they're cruising.
He didn't even know
Wake up
Stanford.
in the
I didn't
morning.
know Stanford won.
Didn't even
Book, I
know.
asked Nick.
Well, thank God you have Nick. You need, I tell you all
They
the
didn't
time,
tell
you
him
need
in
a
the paper
producer.
book. It didn't tell them in the
Yeah,
paper.
I got my
The
paper here.
late edition of the paper
I
doesn't
know.
have the West Coast scores. They
I
never
know.
did. You always had to
know.
get the information. But that was one of those comebacks that it's the biggest comeback in Stanford history. It's one of the biggest comebacks I've ever seen from halftime down. And you would have had as high as 70-1. It's funny. I was just texting with a guy right before I did the show. They asked me that specific question, so I had to look it up. 70-1 to come back and win last night, and they did.
All right, Book, another big game tonight, Auburn, LSU, 7 o'clock on ESPN. I'm going to watch that. Talk to me about who should I play there, Book?
I know you're going to take LSU down in a teaser. You're 100% going to take the favorite down.
Right.
Hard place to play, LSU. Big rivalry game. Auburn coming off a bye. I got guys telling me that Auburn's the side plus the points. I don't like the game at all. I think it flies over, not just goes over, flies over the total. LSU trying to score 50 every game, but they're okay with giving up 40. Their games have gone over. Auburn's offense is but I think the game goes over. I think you can lay the points comfortably. I think.
And how
LSU
about
wins.
the 3:30 game, Texas A&M and Tennessee? I mean, Tennessee, it's weird.
I'm
weird
surprised
spot.
at you, Billy. You're a big SEC guy. You like to
Well,
watch
I mean,
these
let's
SEC
face
games.
it, they're the biggest games, man. They're
It used to be the biggest games. The biggest games are the Pac-12 games today. Oregon, Washington, that's the biggest game.
That's the
You
big
need to
game.
find
All right.
that one. Just lay the points with Washington, okay?
All right.
Your Texas A&M Tennessee game, Billy, go under. I know you don't like betting unders, but go
like over,
under
man. I like
54 and a half. That's going to be a low-scoring game, Billy.
All right, let's talk about our Philadelphia Eagles. Philadelphia Eagles against the Aaron Rodgers-less Jets.
Yeah.
That's a shame. Dave, I actually feel bad for Jets fans.
Why?
I mean, because they get Aaron Rodgers, he gets hurt 4 plays into the season. That's not fair. Life's not fair. I get it, but I do feel bad for the Jets.
Don't feel bad. The Jets fans don't feel bad for you, Billy. Don't feel bad for the Jets or their fans. Please stop. Although this week, I mean, at some point, you reach a number in the book where the favorite just doesn't cover. I think 7 was it. If I had to, I'm worried about this game being closer than the experts think, like Lee Corso would say. I think the Jets are the side plus the points, and I don't like that on it. I do. I think this is one of those games that is not – I mean, the total's only 41. For goodness sakes, how many points are going to be scored? In a game with a total of 41, you're giving me 7. I think you got to take the points, Billy. But if you're doing a teaser, take the Eagles down because they're not losing to the Jets.
Yeah, because I can't take the Jets. I'll take the Eagles down and do the under.
Right. But what game are you going to put it with?
To be determined.
San Francisco against Cleveland. Cleveland got the backup. No Deshaun Watson. And, you saw Cleveland on Sunday, San Francisco on Sunday night destroy Dallas.
Yeah.
Do San Francisco early game, Eagles afternoon game, and then you'll be set up for waking up and betting on the Phillies on Monday. That's done.
I'm psyched.
There's your whole weekend. Sunday, Monday. Done.
It's laid out. Book. All right, there he is, the sports book consigliere, Dave Sharapan. He's with us every Saturday. Dave, we're going to be at the sports book, the Caesars sports book inside the Tropicana tomorrow for our Eagles pregame show. We'll be thinking about you. We got to get you out there. You got to come out. You got to come. Are you coming Tuesday? For sure.
I will find out by the end of today. I'm
going to call.
Believe me, I will be calling you, and then I will be meeting Nick at the game at some point. 100%.
Gonna happen.
Right.
There he is. The
See you,
sports
boys.
book consigliere on the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline. I want to remind people, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the locker room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, prepare for the big game. Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point, New Jersey. Hey, I want to tell you about La Scala's Beach House. You got to go. It's in Brigantine. It opened this summer to rave reviews. It's your home away from home for a large selection of homemade Italian, American, and seafood favorites, plus their famous pizzas. Everything is generously portioned and great for sharing. Eat in or take out at La Scala's. 4 to 10 p.m. Wednesdays, 11:30 to 10 Thursday through Sunday. They're located at 1400 Ocean Avenue in Brigantine. You'll love their cozy leather booths, the huge bar, the wraparound bar. It's great for game day. They got huge, big screen TVs everywhere. They got a great. I got the menu right here, and the regatta board. You got to try this. It's regatta honey with honey in it, and it's got this breadboard. You dip it. It's almost like a dessert, but it's not. It's delicious.
It's great.
And of course, I had that. I had the meatball. I had the meatball trio. That was phenomenal. You got to get down to La Scala's Beach House in Brigantine. Rob La Scala is doing a great job. All right, when we return, we'll continue more here in the locker room with Billy Schwein, Dave Klemic, and Nick Earnshaw on 97.3 ESPN.
Catch Phillies playoff baseball on 97.3 ESPN.
Jack swing, did he go? Yes, he did. Ball game.
Can the Phillies make a return trip to the World Series this season? Listen to find out.
It's the National League Championship Series. Phillies Diamondbacks.
Game 1, Monday night. Coverage begins at 7:30. The road to the World Series starts here on 97.3 ESPN. Your home for Phillies playoff baseball and the 2023 World Series.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical. They're number one.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Do you hear that? That's the sound of holiday joy at the Home Depot, where you can find everything you need to get ready for the holiday season, like all new festive outdoor decor. Spread more joy this season with bigger, bolder, and brighter inflatables from the Home Depot, like our exclusive new 8-foot animated Santa and reindeer inflatable for just $149, available in-store and online. Get holiday ready right now at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
With GMF financing to qualify buyers, excludes Corvette, excludes prior sales. Everybody knows there's no beating Bennett. And right now, we're kicking off our end-of-year sell-down early with our best deals of the year. While most dealers are selling new vehicles at or above MSRP, Bennett's selling new Chevys at GM supplier employee prices. Yes, you pay what our supplier employees pay, not 1 penny more. Save even more with available 0% financing. And during our year-end sale, get our best offers ever on pre-owned vehicles. We'll pay a minimum $10,000 for any trade. Any trade. We don't care if it's got 1 million miles or 1 million dents. You still get a minimum $10,000 towards any pre-owned in stock. Imagine how much more you'll get if it's in good shape. And our non-commissioned sales staff is a delight to work with because they're paid on your satisfaction, not how much you spend. No need to negotiate, no hassles, no haggling. Find new roads at Bennett Chevrolet in Egg Harbor Township and BennettChevy.com.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Tom's River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Dave Klemic, producer Nick Earnshaw. Now, Dave, I guess you guys should be booing me right now. You know, we were talking about the crowd. I made a mistake, and I should be booed, Dave. I said that the John R. Elliott Hero Campaign walk and run on the Ocean City Boardwalk was today. It's not. It's tomorrow. So I made a mistake. It's the 15th of October, which is tomorrow.
You got a couple boos.
I got boos. So now, like, I'm looking over my shoulder. I like if a ball's hitting me next, I might make an error.
Now it's in your head. It's
right?
in your head.
It's in my head.
You got about a half hour left of the show. Now it's going to be in your head. You
It's
got to
gonna be-
finish strong,
I
Billy.
can't make a mistake the rest of the way.
No, we should just boo him.
The John R. Elliott Hero Campaign. They have their 12th annual Hero Walk and Run on the Ocean City Boardwalk Sunday, October 15th. Not today. And it's glad. I'm glad it's not today because it's raining out. Tomorrow's going to be a nice day. So I made a mistake. I'm sorry.
He's got a lot to read up here. This is an easy job. If you see how much paperwork Billy has in front of him, it's
I know.
And I like it. I got to like it's like 520 font.
He's got his newspapers. Yeah, he's got the font. It's like one letter per page almost.
Dave, we haven't even talked about the Eagles. Is this amazing?
Yeah, I was wanting to get into a little bit about, what I think it looks like we're kind of flat offensively, but everybody, we're making a bigger deal out of it than it is really because a couple of our really heavy leaders like AJ Brown, he's on pace to have his best year, and he was complaining early in the season. Devontae Smith is on pace for 1,000 yards again. That would be 2 receivers at 1,000. DeAndre Swift's on pace for 1,000.
Devontae Smith had 1 catch for 6 yards last week.
They're gonna this game. I think
it's Devontae Smith's time.
He's going to feed the heck out of him,
right? Because in my PPR league, he got me 1.6 points last week.
1.6 points.
Not
Listen,
great.
Goddard had 8 catches last week for 117 yards. He had his longest was a 49-yard catch where he had a TD. So he had a breakout game. I'm waiting for Devontae Smith.
Yeah,
like you just
last
said.
week we both said we wanted Goddard
Dallas
to
Goddard.
get fed.
Yep.
This week I think we
Devontae.
all want Devontae Smith to get fed. So I think they're going to go heavy at him. 10 catches.
Are we going to go 2 for 2 2 weeks in a row here, Dave?
You know what?
With our prediction?
You kind of feel when the guy's like a guy's a Heisman Trophy
Right.
winner,
Right?
with a number 2 on a Eagles team. He wants some, and I think he's being quiet about it. But I think he's going to go to him a lot.
I think so too.
Hey, you know who's really benefiting by the Phillies? At least the Philadelphia fan who's not getting the wrath of the Philadelphia fan right now because of the Phillies is the Cowboys. Dak Prescott threw 3 interceptions against the 49ers. I'm worried about the 49ers. That's a good team, and we'll see them down the road here, albeit we play them at home. But the 49ers, they've been winning. They've been winning big too.
The one also I'm worried about Miami a little bit because they're just there's so much speed offensively, and our defensive backs are a little bit we're getting exposed a little bit right now.
Darius Slay's out for this game.
Yeah.
I think you might see Eli Ricks.
Jalen Carter's out
Yeah.
for this game. I hope that his injury. He's got an ankle.
Yeah, it's an ankle injury.
Both of them have ankles, I believe.
I think the one might be a knee. I'm not sure. But Eli Ricks, you might see a little bit of him on the outside. They tried him a little bit in the slot against the Rams, and it went okay, but he's more of an outside guy, the undrafted rookie that made the team in camp. I'm curious to see how much they use him this week on the outside with Darius Slay being out, because I don't know how much they're in love with Josh Jobe on the outside right now.
Have you seen enough out of Jordan Davis? Has he been playing well enough for you?
I think there's been other
And
players
last week
that
it even
they
showed up. He had
focus on
one.
other
He had
people.
I think 1 tackle last week.
Yeah, I think they've been focused more. We've been just looking at Jalen Carter so much. Like I just defensively, I'm guilty. I'm watching him a lot because I think he's phenomenal athlete, athletic, just mover. He's just unbelievable. So I haven't been paying as much attention to Jordan Davis. But yeah, a little bit lack of production. I'm looking down the list of. Remember last year we had 3 guys over 10 sacks.
Right.
This year we have like.
Well, Hassan Reddick had 2 sacks last week.
Yeah,
he's got 3 sacks in 5 games, so he's on pace.
But our D line, besides Josh Sweat, he's got a couple. Been quiet, been a little quiet. Right?
Nakobe Dean was it limited practice? He looks like he might be returning, maybe not this week, but
soon.
But next week,
maybe
probably.
following week, yeah.
Who? Jalen Hurts. Oh, before we get to Jalen Hurts, did you see the argument that or the animated conversation that Kelsey had with Sirianni and his the other coaches on the sideline?
No,
I did. I did see
What
that.
did you make of that, Nick?
I think it's just maybe they're still trying to work things out offensively.
What do you think the argument was about? It was about getting the play in, right?
Yeah, I think that's what it was about. And we saw earlier with A.J. Brown this year, there's been a couple of instances with that, and I think it's because of the new offensive coordinator, right? You have a new coach calling plays,
Dave,
first time. I think people were trying to still get on the same page. Players are trying to get on the same page.
Dave, you were in huddle. What would be the reasons why a play doesn't get off on time?
So there's sometimes if you're there are so in your head in the quarterback's helmet there's a headset in
right
there. And when you turn around and face the defense again, they shut it off.
Okay.
So there can be communication issues. Sometimes there's it sometimes just shuts off.
Well, when you played, they did hand signals too, right? Or no, it was
mostly
just
they were in the helmet.
In the helmet
yeah.
back then.
But there's also like
horse and buggy days.
Yeah, I know. It wasn't that old. So they also have. This is what happens a lot when there's a player that might be screwing up a play consistently. Right? They might be screwing up the assignment like a few times, and then they're like, get him out. Like,
right.
I don't care what he's messed up the motion, he's messing up the count, whatever. Sometimes they're trying to like get a guy out of the huddle for a certain play. It's really like we had like receivers that would come in messing up the assignment left and right, and it screws up everything. And you're trying not to say it to the player himself because you don't in the middle of the game, but you're telling the coach, get him out of the you're telling the coach to get him out. I honestly I think that communication happens sometimes without directly hurting your teammates' feelings,
Right.
So you just take it out on your coach.
Well, the Eagles play tomorrow at 4:25 against the New York Jets. We'll be down at the Caesars Sportsbook inside the Tropicana. Got to come on down and be a part of that. It's a lot of fun. Those big screen TVs, the food, all the places in there, Chickies and Pete's. It's just phenomenal. The food that they bring us.
They come in with
Carmine's.
It's just food. Like you gotta stare at it.
Crazy.
Dave had to go work out for a
I had to
couple hours.
work out after that. But I started digging in once you get started. I mean,
but it's a
listen
lot
to
of
Mike
fun.
Carlin talk about food, man. That guy once he forgets about sports. He's talking about food the whole time.
Well, when they bring you the food and you can smell it, it distracts you. It smells so good. Of course, we had the tacos from Taco.
I missed that
tacos
one.
were phenomenal. All right, for over 83 years or so, I'm gonna get off of the food beating track of the
Do I need
food.
to boo you again?
Right? Yeah,
Do I-
boo me
do I
again.
need to boo
I'm
you
making a
again?
mistake. I'm gonna get booed. For over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the locker room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game. Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's Circle Liquor Store. They deliver. Give them a call. I want to tell you, are the what-ifs keeping you up at night? Life is full of surprises, but with Stan Insurance Group, you'll never be caught off guard. Whether it's protecting your home, automobile, business, Stanton will help you select the right insurance coverage at the right price to give you and your family peace of mind when you need it the most. Visit sigprotection.com to get a free quote. That's sigprotection.com. Hey, you want to try Chucky's? Captain Chucky's is now in Seattle. You want to try their famous crab cakes, steamed shrimp, selection of soups and appetizers, Marciano's stuffed breads, pierogies from the Pierogi Kitchen, stocks, pound cake, and more. Just take, bake, and enjoy. Call 609-905-CRAB. That's 609-905-CRAB. Or visit CaptainChuckySeattle.com. Go down there and say hello to owners John and Kathy McCann. They're at 4111 Lannis Avenue to see all they have to offer. Online ordering and local delivery is now available. Captain Chucky's in Seattle. It's crab with an attitude. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room with Billy Schwein, Dave Klemic, and Nick Earnshaw on 97.3 ESPN.
It's Philadelphia Flyers hockey later today on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app with Tim Saunders calling all the play-by-play action.
He scored!
It's Flyers Senators later today. Coverage begins at 1 p.m. It's Philadelphia Flyers hockey on the radio home of the Flyers in South Jersey.
Oh, big save by Carter Hart.
97.3 ESPN and listen live on the free mobile app.
Train presents The Unstoppables, those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists, just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call Lenigan, again and again. Call Lenigan, again and again.
Hundreds of Volkswagens in stock and on sale. Hundreds of Mitsubishis, even 100 electric Pintelli golf carts in stock and on sale at Tom's River Auto Group. And not one a penny over sticker. Plus, Tom's River Auto has a Birds fan bonus. $500 off just for showing up in a team jersey, hat, socks, whatever. How easy is that? New or used, Tom's River's got plenty, but hurry. On sale, they're flying. Click Tom'sRiverAutoGroup.com.
Hey guys, are you afraid of taking off your shirt in public? Don't be embarrassed. Just say, I love Lyle. Many men develop a fullness in their chest as boys that persists and even worsens as they get older. This condition is called gynecomastia, and with simple liposuction, most cases can be effectively treated. Call 856-MAKEOVER today to schedule your time with Dr. Lyle M. Back. That's 856-MAKEOVER. Or visit ilovelylback.com.
Now's the time to get your place ready for company with up to 40% off select online bath at the Home Depot, because the holidays are coming to town. And so are your friends, your family, and their friends and family. So let the Home Depot help get your bathroom guest ready with the Tabana Vanity and the matte black Oswell faucet from Glacier Bay. For more storage and a new modern look, refresh your space with up to 40% off select online bath. Plus, get free delivery on all online vanities and faucets from the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
There's a chill in the air, and things are getting spookier by the day. Your costume is ready, but are you prepared for the return of the zombie cocktail? Saturday, October 28th, the hair-raising Halloween party rises up at the world-famous Anchorage Tavern on Bay Avenue in Summers Point. The Anchorage will send a shrill up your spine with a resurrected look and a scary good prize for the best costume contest. Enter by 9 p.m. Winner to be unmasked at 10:30. So gather your best ghosts and goblins and slither to the Anchorage Tavern Saturday, October 28th.
Now, more of The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Tom's River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Dave Klemic and Nick Earnshaw producing. Dave, the catch that A.J. Brown made across the middle, one-handed grab, how much was it glove? How much was it him?
Some him, but
I mean, they got these gloves that the ball just sticks to the glove.
So there was originally, when I wore leather gloves until about 2001, and they introduced a glove called a cutter. They were called cutters at the time.
Right.
And they were meant to pick up glass. So if you pick up,
are you serious?
Yeah, that's
what they got, like suction cups on them?
No, they're just like the plastic that picks it up. It's
Just
very
sticky.
sticky to glass.
Really?
And then so someone was like messing around with it by accident, used it as a football glove. Well, they were still called cutters.
But there was it. But does it hold on the leather?
It holds
Football's
on
a leather.
If it's dry, really good.
Really
if it's
dry.
wet, not so
Not
good.
so much.
But if it's dry, that thing you can catch anything with one hand. Is
Right.
easy. All you gotta do is put your. So I had to learn how to catch
I
different.
mean, that was a phenomenal catch.
Yeah, it was great.
And Jalen Hurts led him perfectly.
Yeah.
He put the ball the only place it could be.
Yeah, with that glove, you can just loosely put your hand there and it'll stop the ball. So you had to learn how to recatch on a jug
that
machine
right?
because
Really?
the ball stops so quickly. You're used to clamping down on a ball with leather gloves.
Right.
You have to loosely put your fingers there for with the new glove, the cutter glove. And then Nike bought the patent. So they have now Nike took it. Now everybody has it. But it's those gloves. You don't need to learn how to catch that well.
Right.
You just have to concentrate.
Because he's got big mitts anyway. He looks
Everybody-
like he's a big dude,
Yeah.
and he looks like he has big hands.
I mean, remember the Odell Beckham catch from a
Yeah,
few
right.
years back?
That
I mean,
glove,
that
yeah.
was his
That
glove.
was the glove, right?
I promise you, it's the glove. There was no way Jerry Rice is making barehanded catches with 2 fingers.
Right,
2 fingers he
right.
caught that ball with. That's the
But
glove.
he was, but Jerry Rice was wearing that glove?
No,
No,
they
he
weren't
wasn't.
available.
He
They
was a
weren't
real.
around.
So
Yeah.
he really caught. I
Yeah,
mean,
he
was
really caught the
right.
ball like that. That's.
I mean, I'm not taking anything away from AJ Brown, but I mean, he does the receiver, the modern
gloves
receiver,
help.
right? The
Gloves
gloves
help.
Okay.
What you do, you cannot, if you're a defense, you can't give AJ Brown the ball on a route where his shoulders are faced upfield. He'll run you over or run around you. You can't stop him. That's what they should try to do, is feed him more routes. I know they do those in-breaking routes with him all the time.
Right.
But as long as if he can get his shoulders upfield, you can't stop him. He's too big and strong.
All right, we got the Jets at 4:25 on Sunday. The Jets are 2-3. Of course, we talked about, they lose Aaron Rodgers, but this team can't. Is this a chance? Can the Eagles let down? Obviously, they can let down, but you think they'll let down? They're up in New York.
We're a little disappointed at their record. No,
We're not-
they're 5-0, but we're disappointed how we're playing.
We're not satisfied.
Yeah,
we're not like the 49ers are rolling over people.
Yeah, I just think the Eagles are haven't played their best ball yet, and they have all the pieces and everybody together to do it. They're just
but they got some key players out though. We got Slay out. We got
Jalen Carter.
Jalen Carter's out.
The heart's been ripped out of the Jets though, losing Aaron Rodgers. It's like the big story is about who Zach
Wilson.
Zach Wilson, who's his girlfriend. That's what they're talking about in New York. You know what I mean? They're not worried about it's not they took the heart out with Aaron Rodgers.
They did.
Just
completely ripped the
They
heart
did
out.
almost beat the Chiefs though.
I know.
They almost beat the Chiefs. But I think the Eagles should win this week. I mean, Zach Wilson's
The Eagles
not
offense
anything
is ranked number 2. The rush offense is number 2, and the Jets offense is ranked 27th. So I mean, I'm not really worried. I mean, I know we're not going to have Jalen Carter, we're not going to have Slay, but you're talking about a 30-second in pass offense.
I would be concerned a little bit about Breece Hall if they actually get him involved. He is a dangerous and explosive runner, especially when they're not going to have Jalen Carter clogging up the middle. That's something to watch for. And Zach Wilson's not a very good passer, so expect them to use Breece Hall a lot.
But the Jets are 32nd in offense against passing offense, the worst, and we're number 1 defense against the rush.
Yeah, but
So
you're missing pieces now.
I
though.
know
That's the concern.
Yeah, we knew that. The thing is the league is also figuring out how to get the ball out so fast that you can't let these guys get to the quarterback. For one, the sack, but also for the health of the quarterback.
Yep.
So these plays are getting shorter. Like they're not throwing deep bombs all the time like they do, like where you're taking 5 to 7 step drops. You're getting the ball out right away, and there's not a lot of delay at the line. They're taking the motions. They're just going to motion the heck out of everything, but their balls are coming in within 15 yards. They're not throwing these long
Hey, Dave, I got a text message from our good buddy Tom Jackson. Do you think the Eagles are not showing everything they have in their playbook? Like, is it? You remember you said
I said it.
You said that earlier in the
Yeah.
season, right? And
So
that's a good question. He says, "Do you think the Eagles are purposely not showing everything that they have until it's necessary offensively?"
Like, have we seen even one kind of trick fun play? Like the Chiefs pull out some stuff.
Right.
They do it all the time. They'll throw in a double reverse with like a double pass and this and that. They'll do it. Eagles haven't done anything but vanilla. So
how much does that play into the role of Brian Johnson being the new offensive coordinator? You have a guy who hasn't called plays in the NFL before. Do you think that's probably a factor into why they're not showing a lot now? They're just trying to get on the same page early on in the season.
I do, because just like you're trying to play, if you're a new coordinator, you're trying to make your name not by going, what the heck would you do that for? The run was working. We're winning. Why are you going to do something so, he doesn't have his swag yet. Once you get a reputation for doing those and they're successful, you get to do a little bit more creative. And then you get to be the Chiefs where you just go, we're so good. Just run whatever. It'll be fun. Just have fun right now. Get to that level. You don't play with a tight puckered up beehole.
Right.
you just have fun. And you have swag, so you win because of that.
Loose.
Yeah. So the coordinator's probably got to, he's puckered up.
And another amazing thing that Jalen Hurts is a starting quarterback. His winning percentage is like 771.
He's lost 2 games in 2 years.
He's lost 2 games. I mean, the guy's a winner.
So in what I read this thing, he's only lost 1 game over the past 23 regular season games.
Right.
Wow.
Is that unbelievable?
That is I don't know if it's been done before besides Tom Brady. I think he's in the top 3 or 4 quarterbacks ever
along those
winning
lines.
streaks.
Here we
or
go.
something.
Philadelphia. Here we go. Philadelphia's 22-1 in the last 23 games, regular season games, started by Jalen Hurts, dating back to Week 15 of 2021. Hurts is the 5th NFL quarterback since 1950 to record 22-plus wins in a 23-game stretch, joining only Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Jim McMahon, and Joe Montana.
That's pretty good company.
That's pretty good company, isn't it?
But I like that the Eagles right now are able to win regardless of, the passing game being like lighting it on fire right now. Like Jalen Hurts said, like last time I checked, teams win the game, right? So we're sitting there worrying about stat. And he's like, that's to me, it's a sign of good leadership. A team that's winning the way they are right now, not pretty every week, but they're winning. They're pulling them off. There's good leadership there because on both sides of the ball.
Defensively, like I said, we're going to be missing Jalen Carter. He's got 3.5 sacks, but Reddick's got 3. Josh Sweat's got 2.5. Morrow's got 3. The linebacker.
He's played really well.
He's been played really well. But just like you said, we just haven't won. Like last week was probably one of the most satisfying wins that we've had in the 5-0 season.
Because there's a lot of people worried
at the beginning
about
of the game, it wasn't that easy. I mean, they didn't pull away until the second half.
Well, Cooper Kupp was back, and that Puka Nacua has been playing his butt off.
Unbelievable.
He's been great. So they were worried about that. A lot of people were.
And then they got Tutu Atwell involved, and he scored a touchdown too.
Yeah. So I think we answered some questions there. I was a little worried about that game too. I was at a wedding, so I was like listening to it in an earpiece. I had the earpiece in during
the Merrill.
Yeah. And I was like turning my head so nobody could see me.
All right, the Klemic performance method. You guys talk to us a little bit about what you guys do with the kids you work with.
Oh, thank you, Billy. All right, so selfish.
That's a little plug.
Here. Yeah, thank you so much. So
it's not a self. I did it.
Anybody that comes to us, we do a measurement called a gait analysis,
right?
And we take we basically measure how much ground they can cover. Like it's a cubic footage. It's like a bubble,
right?
And that will tell us quantifiably, measurably, like how athletic you are. And our job is to increase the size of the bubble by 25%. And we've done it 4,500 times.
Wow.
So it works like a charm. So you normally, we see kids add on, if they come in at 20 miles per hour, we get them to 22 miles per hour.
And that little bit helps.
22. It's a significant difference.
Right,
your vertical leap will go up 6 to 8 inches.
Wow.
You can find me on KlemicPerformanceMethod.com or right on you look on our Facebook page.
I know you did wonders for my brother's boy, Cody. I mean, not only did you you made him aware of the competitiveness you need, how competitive you need to be in that type of stuff. I mean,
yeah. So some of the things that is really important that we do is you're able to see your score every time you run it.
So you just
there's a big visual that
Yeah.
you're like, oh, I just ran 16 miles per hour. Next time I got to run 16.1. You're vertically, you always know where you're at.
Right.
The machines are telling you immediately what you did. So I appreciate that plug.
No, but I mean, it's important because the NFL players, they do all this all the time. It's a year round. It's a year round.
Yeah, I did not learn about this until right before my NFL combine, and I went to a specialist, and I said, who needs this more than anything is the kids. When they have that nice soft neuroplasticity, when their brain you can fix their biomechanics so easily as they get older. It's just you just got to put muscle on somebody. You can't teach them too much.
Right. Okay, one other thing I want to note is Kelsey, man. The guy's an Iron Man. He'll set a franchise record with his 145th consecutive regular season start on Sunday, surpassing John Runyon. But he's doing it as an offensive lineman.
You don't see that very often
You don't see
anymore.
that. I mean,
is
that amazing, Dave?
When I talked about leadership, there is no way he's played healthy the entire time. He's playing banged up, and it's a mental toughness.
Did you guys see the documentary?
No, you know what? I heard it's
you have to watch.
I got to watch it. I heard it's the most watched on Netflix.
Yeah, you'll see. I think it's on Prime. I believe it's on Prime. You have to watch that because you'll see what his body takes and how much he's hurting every game after every game heading into each week.
Dave,
so it's crazy.
But is that leadership, Dave, and other players see that, I mean, obviously you got to be lucky too. But
luck.
But luck is a big part of it. But to play through that type of pain, I mean, like Nick just said.
Yeah. So I used to play with Priest Holmes, who'd carry the ball and catch the ball a lot.
Right.
And what he would go through a week, we might not see him practice the entire week.
Right.
He might come out for walkthrough on Friday and then play in the game because he's so banged up that week. Jason Kelsey practices every day
Yeah,
too.
he's there.
He doesn't miss practices. He's a leader. He's one of the reasons.
He's a guy
why
that
this
leads
team
by
is-
example,
Yep.
right?
He's not going to come off the field because he doesn't want his other guys to see that.
You know, just real quick, make an analogy. You know, when Tocchet played for the Penguins, I would go out there all the time and hang out. I never saw Mario Lemieux once at practice. You know what I mean? I don't think I ever saw him practice.
Practice.
Come practice. But he goes out again. He's one of the best players in NHL history. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's the heart. It's the heart.
Yes, it's all about
It's
all
all
about the
about
heart, and he's not missing practice.
I'm all heart.
Yeah. I'm all heart.
I'm all heart. All right. For over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has had offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game Sunday. Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point, New Jersey. Hey, just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey to attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and sees it fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. I want to remind people, check out my website, thelockerroombilleschwein.com. We got articles. We got our columnist from Mike Doktorovitz, and, of course, Mac Young up at Penn State. They do a great job. Check it out. All right, when we return, we'll wrap it up. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Dave Klemic, and Nick Earnshaw right here on 97.3 ESPN.
College football on ESPN Radio. It's an SEC showdown in Knoxville when the 19th-ranked Tennessee Vols go head-to-head with Jimbo Fisher in Texas A&M.
Usually on the road, what happens? But your teams play well on the road. You know, you're on the road in this league. It's hard. Tennessee's one of those hard places.
Texas A&M at 19th-ranked Tennessee today on ESPN Radio.
It's College Football Saturday on 97.3 ESPN. Coverage begins after Flyers hockey.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate. 09-399-1999.
Year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/Be Smart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Hey, it's number 59, Seth joining. Birds football, best time of the year. Bet Parks is the official casino and sportsbook app I recommend. Join me and download the Bet Parks app right now. When you open the Bet Parks app, you're in the zone. Winning is always a rush, but the money is in the moment. The anticipation of another face card, the thrill of an extra spin, and the joy of a jackpot. It's all your favorite games at your fingertips. Get up to $1,000 casino bonus back if you're down in the first 24 hours. You play for fun. You love to win. You bet. Bet Parks.
Must be 21 in Indiana, New Jersey, Ohio, Maryland. Gambling problem. 1-800-GAMBLER.
The Excite Center at Parks Casino, the region's hottest live entertainment venue. Check out your favorite concerts, comedy, boxing, MMA, all at the #1 casino in Pennsylvania. Don't miss the mind-blowing magic and illusions of the one and only Michael Carbonaro on Friday, December 15th. Tickets on sale now at parkscasino.com. Parks Casino, this is how you win.
This is Parks, Pennsylvania's #1 casino experience. This is how you win.
Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
It's great. So, I'm a similar, yeah, hey. The whole crowd sings this song when he comes up the bat side.
I know it's the best walk-up song. It's because everyone can sing to it.
Hey. All right, tomorrow you got to come down to the Caesar Sportsbook inside the Tropicana. We'll be broadcasting live. Me, Mike Carlin, Josh Henning. We'll talk with Scott Grayson and, of course, the fantasy football guru, Brian Harder. That's tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 12 noon on 97.3 ESPN, The Locker Room live broadcast down at Caesars. It's over already, David. It's over.
The fastest 2 hours.
Philadelphia Phillies Monday, but we'll be back at it tomorrow. Don't forget, check us out down there. I want to thank Tommy Greene, as always, for checking in. Don't forget to go down to the John R. Elliott Hero Campaign 12th Annual Hero Walk and Run on the Ocean City Boardwalk tomorrow, Sunday, October 15th, 10 a.m. Get down there. Thank you, Dave Klemic, as always. We appreciate you.
Thanks for the plug, too. That was great.
Man. Thanks to Sportsbook Consigliere, Dave Sharapan, Nick Earnshaw, as always. Great job. Thanks for making the Locker Room part of your Saturday, because nothing could be finer than talking sports with the Schweiner. You want to get down to the Scala's Beach House. They got great food down there. Don't forget to order Captain Chucky's if you're in Sea Isle. And we'll see you tomorrow right here, 97.3 ESPN.
The preceding program was paid for by The Locker Room with Billy Schwein.
Hey, it's Mike